Hello and welcome to the session. So let's continue our discussion for subsequent topics. So let us see some ready-made classes which makes our life super easy. Okay, so let's see a few ready-made classes. So uh, for day-to-day programming, we do need to implement some functionality. Uh, let's say we want to do some mathematical addition, or let's say we want to read a file or write into a file and so on. So for those, there are already some ready-made classes available. Some are available by Oracle or Sun Microsystem anyway, and some are designed by third-party person. So let us see. So there are some of the classes, let's say string builder, string buffer. Those are ready-made available to the programmer anyway whenever you start a program. Okay, whenever you start a project, if you see whenever you start a project in Eclipse or in IntelliJ, you see there are a lot of jar files here. So this jar file contains some ready-made classes. Okay, these are already given by Sun Microsystems. So if you see here, Java, so these are again some different set of classes. Let's say database handling, SQL, time handling, some utilities and all. Those are ready-made given to you by Sun Microsystem whenever you create a Java project. Okay, so there are some classes which are ready-made available. So what is this auto import? So auto import means whenever you create a project, these classes will be automatically imported into your Java class and you don't need to explicitly import it. Okay. Now, what is this explicit import? So there are some classes which will not be automatically imported. You have to explicitly import. Okay. We will see an example of scanner class, file class, and date class. Now, what are the custom classes or user defined classes? These are the classes which are defined by user. Okay, you can have your own class, let's say car, mobile, home, bank. These are your custom classes. What is a third party class? So third party class is something which is designed by third party and we are reusing it. So third party class is something which is not automatically imported or which is not designed by Sun Microsystem or Oracle, but it is designed by some third party person and they have given it to everybody to reuse it freely. Okay, for example, reading an Excel file. So we will see that in detail in the subsequent sessions. Why is it important? Uh, okay, what is import here? Import means I can reuse the class defined by somebody else into my project. So that is basically importing. Okay, so let's see an example. So there is a class called as string builder. So string class we have seen earlier, just a string is a collection of characters and it has some methods and all. Uh, so let us see this extended class called as string builder. And there's one more class called as string buffer. So what is a string builder? What is a string buffer? So we have seen in earlier sessions that to assign memory to a string variable, it will be from the string pool section. And in the string pool section, the memory is immutable. Once the memory is assigned, the content will be there forever and you cannot change it very easily. So we have this alternate class called as a string buffer, which is almost like a string. So if you see, I have created an object of here string buffer. So if you see earlier example, let's say I will put it string name equal to, let's say John, right? So the memory assigned to this variable name will be from the string pool section and it will be immutable. But to avoid that, I am using a class called as a string builder. So here, if you want to use a string, then you have to create an object. Okay, if you see right hand side, I have to create an object. Now I can use it like a normal string variable. I can get the length and I can do some normal operation, but string builder has other methods. For example, you can append some other content, other string content at the end. You can insert some other string content at the said offset or said index. you can reverse it. So this reversing uh, method or delete method, these are not available in the normal string class. So that is the advantage. In in string builder or string buffer class, we can have additional methods, and the memory will be assigned not from the string pool, but it is from the heap memory. So once you have something in the heap memory, you can change the content, okay, and it can be reutilized. So it is basically mutable. So string buffer class has additional methods called as reverse the string, index and last index of the particular character, and there are many other methods. So string buffer can be used. The most advantage here in the string buffer is the memory can be reutilized. Okay, so what is so string builder? It is a mutable sequence of character. It is not a thread safe or recommended to be used in single threaded application. Okay, functionality is mostly same as string class, and there are some important methods. Apart from string class methods, it has some additional methods. Now, string buffer, it is almost same as string builder class, but it is thread safe and slightly slow. So thread safety is a altogether a different topic, but in thread safety, what we have is we have a resource locking mechanism. So we can expect that other programs or other threads of the same project or same program will cannot reuse the resource uh, at the same time. So we have a resource locking mechanism. Now, sometimes also asked in interview, write a program to reverse a string. Okay, so if you see here, I have a direct method called as dot reverse. So this way I can reverse a string. Okay, let me just run it and show you. Okay, so if you see here, first is the actual variable, its length, and I'm appending pizza, so it will be domino pizza. Insert, so I'm inserting at 0 index, and then the earlier content, reverse. So if you see, this reverse method will actually reverse the string. Okay, and one more reverse, it will be back to the original uh, string. So now the interview question will be, write a program to reverse a string without using this reverse method from the string builder or string buffer class. So so this can be done using, so if you have a ready-made method, then why to ask in an interview? So in an interview, it is to understand that how much practice you have done. So you can go for a for loop and you can reverse the string. Right. So now let us see a slight difference between string builder and string buffer. So memory allocation. So as I said, string memory will be allocated from the string pool, and this will be from the heap. Why it is from the heap? Because the way I am creating this string. So if you see string builder and string buffer, I have to create an object. So whenever I create an object, the memory allocation will be from the heap memory. That is why it is mutable. That is why it is from the heap. Now content changeable, as I said, it is immutable and mutable. Mutable means you can change the content. It can be reutilized, right? String pool, immutable. Thread safety. So string is, it is a thread safe. String buffer is also thread safe, but string builder is not thread safe. Now speed. So string and string builder is bit faster and string buffer is slow. Why? Because it is having thread safety. So the moment you say something which is thread safe, it will be a bit slower than something which is not thread safe. Okay, let us see another topic called as Java input output with the external world. So obviously, whenever you write a program, very less number of times it will be an standalone application. So whenever you write your Java code, you have to deal with some external sources. Okay, so basically input and output. So you need to interact with them, and maybe let's say example of file handling. So you have to read a file and write into a file. So basically input and output. So we will see basically file handling uh, in detail, So what is a file? It is an entity which stores a piece of information on some sort of a memory. Let it be RAM, let it be your hard disk, let it be external hard disk, or so on. Um, what is file? It basically stores a data in text format, binary format, or any custom format. File can be created, updated, read, or deleted. Obviously, it uses an extension. It usually has an extension. So what are the different extensions? If you see text file, XML file, JSON file, and so on. How to perform file handling? So we can read a file, we can create a file, we can write into a file, we can delete a file. So these are the different operations we do when we deal with file handling. So in our project, in our this course, we will see these 10 different types of files uh, to read, write, and interact with the content. Now this is a very comprehensive topic. uh, Different types of file handling, this will be required in your throughout career. Okay, no matter you are at a junior level, senior level, or at a lead level, or even higher management level, you need to deal different types of files. And these 10 types of files are more or less the entire uh, uh, type of files you will be needing in your entire career. So uh, file handling is a very comprehensive topic, and we will deal with this in again another different session. So a small thing, package, Java package is a group of similar type of classes or interfaces or sub packages. Now, if you see example, so Java is an original package. So it has language and util package, and inside that you have system class, string class. So this is basically how the classes are grouped. Okay, so a package is a group of similar type of classes or interfaces or even sub packages. So if you see, this is a main package, this is a sub package, and these are having classes. So it is a group of different combinations. Now interfaces, we will see also in a separate topic. Interfaces abstract class is again an object oriented programming concept. Now built-in package and user defined package. So obviously in Java we have this lang, util, and other classes, other packages which are built in. Okay. And we have some user defined packages. So let's say you are implementing some functionality, let's say banking example. So you have loan department, salary section, you have saving account section, and so on. So there are different sections. So we have different packages for that, because we want to group the functionality in a different classes, in different packages. Okay, so exception handling and some of the other topics we will see in the subsequent sessions. So yeah, just one example here. So a scanner class. So scanner class is basically this is a explicit, you have to import. Okay, this is the explicit import. So if you see here, I have to put an import statement here. Okay, whereas for string buffer and string builder, there is no specific uh, import statement. So those are basically automatically imported. And if you see here, these have to be explicitly imported. So scanner class is a ready-made class in Java where you can take an text input from the user by running the program. So let me just run it. So please enter some text. Let's say I will say John, and it is entered. You have entered John. Let's say date class. So date class, I have to explicitly import this class, and now you can see you can print the date and other things. Okay. Similarly, we have various numerous ready-made classes provided by Java. For example, mathematical functionality or trigonometric functionality. So those are well set of classes already implemented. Right, so let's continue our discussion for exception handling and subsequent topics in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.